Quan, roughly how much money are we gonna make on this deal?
I think we're looking at least a $50,000 profit just off one deal.
50K after split?
Uh, 6 figures after split, to be honest. Before split.
We
So
might pull six figures on this one. This might be a whale. The recession is here, guys. You all know it. But there's never been a better time to take massive action because there's a flood of opportunities beginning to come into the real estate market. Standing here with my boy Quan, who's killing the game. Quan was one of our students that came up inside of the community, and he landed this whale of a deal right behind us. Quan, roughly how much money are we gonna make on this deal?
I think we're looking at least a $50,000 profit just off one deal.
50K after split?
Uh, 6 figures after split, to be honest. Before split.
We
So
might pull six figures on this one. This might be a whale. This might be a whale. We got our camera guy here. He forgot his fanny pack today. Usually he's rocking it. He got to keep the audio suited up and keep him in true spirit. But he's here to rock with us. We're gonna go ahead and walk through this property, guys, and just go through the rehab scope that we're gonna put in place. Let's ride. Let's talk about putting this deal together, man. How did you first open up the communication with the seller, and how did that play out into actually being able to ink it up?
man, honestly, it was through a text message. This lead came in, and I gave him a call right away, and just built rapport with him. Just asking him about the house, and he ended up telling me a price, and it kind of, as I was doing my numbers, I looked at the price he said, and I looked at the price of what it's possibly worth, and I knew it was a deal. So my mind started rolling. You were actually the first guy I thought of to give a call to and just reach out to see. So 225 was what he was asking. I knew it was a deal right away, a home run. So I gave you a call and asked for your opinion. You gave me your opinion, and I went right with it and locked it up. We actually came and saw it,
Hell yeah.
and we went with it.
So let's look at the house behind us. Can you zoom in on that bad boy, Andy? Check it. So this house, same square footage, 3,000 square feet. It was listed at 525 a couple months ago. They took it off the market, relisted it a week later, right, or a couple weeks later at 499, and it's currently pending contract. So we're still unsure of exactly where that contract price is coming in at, but that's going to give us a rock solid comp when looking at the scope with this, right? So again, going back to Quan's numbers, 225 contract price. We're going to come in here. It does need some love. It's not super distressed, but it needs paint throughout. It needs the flooring redone. And there is a soft spot in the kitchen that we're likely going to have to rip up the subfloor, put some new flooring down, and then update the kitchen. So a lot of room there. Let's just say 30 to 50K rehab, right? That's very conservative, right? We're not coming in here to do a super high-end luxury flip. Our goal is to get in and out as quick as possible. But when you look at that, like, we're looking at a six-figure payday.
6 figures, yeah, most definitely. And huge shout out to you, man. Without you, I don't think we would have got this done. So
I appreciate that, homie. I appreciate it, man. We're building it. The best is yet to come, guys. Building the foundation, building the infrastructure. Just like any other venture in life, right? You got to start with the foundation. And the thing is, the foundation always takes the longest. You got to dig those trenches, right? You got to dig it deep in order to make sure that you have a strong structure that's going to sustain all the building blocks in the process to come. So let's take a look through the house, man. Just do a quick little highlight. We can see what this thing's going to need to bring it back to life, and we'll even just go over a rough construction scope so that some of the people watching can get an idea of, okay, when I'm going to flip my first house, where do I start, right? What do I need to look for? So we'll point out some of those things inside.
let's go.
All right. So you guys can see it's super outdated in here. You know, we got there's actually wallpaper on the walls, which I don't like. Some cases we can paint over it. In this case, we're likely gonna have to take it off. We got these old laminate countertops that gotta go. And then we got this soft spot in the floor, right? So we're always looking for the floors, if there's any waves or incongruencies, right? Because again, subfloor issues are big. Always got to make sure that you bring your bug guy, your termite inspector, to crawl under the house and make sure there's not any significant termite damage, because termites, those bugs are the enemy. Some of the smallest creatures in the world, they will destroy a house from the inside out. One more thing that we identified, we did have a plumbing leak coming from upstairs. So we're gonna have to open up the sheetrock here, identify exactly where that's coming from, clean that up, patch it back in, and then move on out. So if you're looking at a construction scope, where to start, you always start from the top and you work your way down, right? So we would start upstairs, right? Get all the paint, everything else. Well, first you wanna make sure the drywall and the mud and everything else is good. If there's any demo, you gotta bring up the floor, take the old stuff out, right? Get you a clean canvas and start painting from the top, moving down. Once you move out of upstairs, come on downstairs, right? And again, out with the old, demo all the old junk, get it out. And at that point, you got a clean canvas to work on. Paint, moving down, right? As you get to the kitchen, the countertops, your fine finishes, and you always lead with the floor on your way out, right? We don't want to put new LVP inside of a house where it can get scratched up and dinged by the construction crews as they're working, right? So they know when they're painting that they can load up that sprayer and come throughout the entire thing, not having to worry about messing up or getting overspray on the floors, right? Clean canvas, we can just float that LVP, the luxury vinyl planks, right on top of it. So pretty simple. Again, there is some different things that you need to look out for, that we do have a full all-encompassing rehab program that's coming out in the Investor Syndicate. That'll be one of the last modules that we're working on over the next couple months. But again, guys, you guys are only one deal away from changing your life forever. And look at Quan, this guy's killing it. He's talking about doing big things and moving to Atlanta. He's like, you know what, Columbia's cool, but it's just not big enough. He ain't got the big city vibes. And now he's got a little bit of cush. He's got some money to think, to make moves, right? And level up the next part of his life, right? And he's got choices, which at the end of the day, this isn't about money, right? But it's about choices. It's about having the freedom to choose to do what you want, when you want, and provide that for your family at the same time.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. Man, this move I'm making, man, if it wasn't for wholesaling and I go back to the systems and processes you taught me, I wouldn't have been in this position today to be able to make that move. So, yeah, man, I'm grateful and blessed, man. Ready to get it rocking.
Incredible, bro.
Man.
Already, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. This is it. Well, that's it, guys. A little bit of grit, a little bit of tenacity, and the will not to give up. That's all it takes. You can find the knowledge anywhere. You can find it on YouTube, right? But my thing is this. If you can compress time, right? Instead of trying to take the long road and, fumble your way forward and look for this video or that video, if you can get yourself in the right circle, right? In the right community, some people that can help walk through the process, it gets you on the fast track to success. And instead of taking 5-10 years to get to a goal, what if you can compress that time into like a 6-month period, right? Those things are possible. It all comes down to your environment. You can't plant a seed on rock and expect it to grow, right? Just like you can't put a person or an entrepreneur in a bucket of crabs or a bunch of whiny people, right? You gotta surround yourself with winners. So again, protect your circle, invest in yourself, and let's get it.